Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Andre Phillips for Black Tree TV, and I'm here on the red carpet for the Chicago premiere of Transformers: The Last Night. I'm going to be talking to super director Michael Bay and actor Mark Wahlberg.
It's like the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade out here, Jimmy J.
You hired me from a want ad. Think that comes with a superpower?
Grimlock, drop the cruisers right now.
Working on this film, you know, Transformers, what was it like working with Michael Bay and the cast?
I signed on to work with Michael Bay. I think he's one of the few directors that has such a distinct style that you could recognize one of his films within like 10 seconds. So that's truthfully the reason why I'm here, and it was a huge learning experience for me, you know, just seeing a production this grand.
Most definitely. Now, speaking of distinction, you know, your show, the Carmichael show, is, in my opinion, a modern-day Maude, and I know that's one of your inspirations. So, what is your thoughts on the whole Philando Castile, just with the verdict and everything? I
mean, it's devastating. It's one of those things where you want to have, you know, a part of equality is justice. You know what I mean? It's a major part of it, and you see something like that broke all of our hearts, and you just want his family to be okay. So, you know, it hurts me as much as it hurts everyone.
How are you enjoying your walk down Chicago on this beautiful day?
It's beautiful. I noticed everyone in Chicago is very well dressed. It's not like California where it looks like they fell off the back of a truck. It was so cute. No, I love Chicago. I don't know it well. I've been here a few times. I worked here many years ago, 15 years ago, and beautiful. Enjoyed it.
You went from fighting terrorists, you're a former Navy SEAL, fighting terrorists to fighting Decepticon. What was it like on this movie with Michael Bay?
It was an awesome experience, man, especially the action sequences. Some of the action sequences were like being back in training. But, you know, it was awesome, man. I had a good time being on set, working with Mark Wahlberg and Isabela Moner, along with Laura Haddock, and they were all super encouraging to me, knowing that it was my first film. I loved every minute of it, and I'm kind of sad that it's getting ready to come to an end after this premiere tonight.
So after this, I mean, do we have anything else coming up? Yeah,
I have another film that I'm in talks to do right now. Supposed to go in production in fall. I'm in a new jockey campaign, so I just signed an endorsement deal with them. So you'll see some jockey prints and commercials out right now. I actually just launched last week. So yeah, doing that and just pursuing more films.
Definitely giving us ball guys a good name. Definitely. Now, what's something you would want to transform into?
I'm sorry?
What's something you would want to transform into?
Wow. A car? Let's see. Let me think of, man. Ooh, that's a good question. I would say Mercedes S600.
Ooh, that's bad.
The only reason why I say that is because when I was a kid growing up in the Bronx, you know, the big thing was when you saw that Mercedes 600 drive by, you were like, that's my car. So that's what I would want to transform into.
What would you say is the hardest part of transforming into your character?
Just the physical demands of it, you know. I made a movie before this with Patriots Day where I was, you know, very overweight. You know, that was what was required to play that part. And then I had 3 weeks to get into this, but it's just the day in and day out, the action sequences. I mean, you're doing stunts and all that stuff every day, and it's like being in a different kind of shape. It's one thing to say, okay, I'm gonna work out and go to the gym, and I'm gonna go sit on the beach and look good. Or it's another thing to be like, okay, I'm gonna work out, exercise, and then I'm gonna get my behind kicked and run and jump and do fight scenes for 12 hours a day for 6 months. That's a different kind of thing. So it's just the physical demands are the hardest.
Definitely. There's a lot of that going on in the movie now. One last question. What is one thing you would want to transform into?
An airplane to fly home right now with my wife and my kids. I need a little break.
Definitely. Enjoy the movie, sir. Thank you. This is your last movie that you said you were going to direct. So what can we expect? I mean, direct, but, you know, what do we plan to do moving forward?
I have no idea. I just finished this movie 5 days ago, so give me a break.
So, you know, you've done a lot of big budgets and stuff like that. What is it about? What is it about certain movies that the budget does not cover that you would have to make up for?
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Like certain movies, like a big budget movie like this, if the budget doesn't cover it, you know what I'm saying, where would...
Well, you never have enough money, and it's we did this one cheaper than the last one. I like to conserve money when I can, seriously, and do it for a price and do it responsibly, and you know, 12-hour days, and you know, I'm tough on the set, but we shoot big stuff, and you know, so.
Now, what is one thing you would want to transform into?
Right now, after traveling the world in 6 days of bed.